Hey guys, and welcome to another video. I'm a little bit late on this, but I still wanted to cover it. So today we are looking at the 5th generation Jeep Grand Cherokee L, which was unveiled on January 7th of 2021. So 29 model years ago, the Jeep Grand Cherokee began its legacy as the most awarded SUV in history with the debut of the 1993 ZJ. After countless awards and almost 7 million vehicles sold worldwide, here we are with another new Jeep Grand Cherokee. So let's get into all the details, including the exterior and interior, performance, 4x4 capability, technology, and more. So this Grand Cherokee L will join the Jeep lineup that now consists of the Cherokee, Compass, Gladiator, Renegade, Wrangler, and of course Grand Cherokee. This is the first ever Grand Cherokee with 3 rows, so that's why it's kind of significant. And also the new second row version will debut later, and that's where the certain models like the SRT and Trackhawk will be found. This is the 5th generation WL, after the 1993 to 1998 ZJ, 1994 to 2004 WJ, 2005 to 2010 WK, 2011 to 2020 WK2. So as for the trim levels, there are 4 being released for this 3-row, Laredo, Limited, Overland, and Summit at the top. So despite all the marketing excitement created for the 3 rows, we're going to start by looking at the design. The face of the Grand Cherokee L is transformed with slim LED headlights, wider individual openings for the recognizable 7-slot grille, and a new front fascia that's larger than the previous generation. All the models across the lineup get the full suite of LED lights standard. That larger opening in the front will hide a radar component and some other advanced technology features. The proportions of this SUV were inspired by the original Wagoneer, which was the first full-size luxury SUV from Jeep. So that will result in a longer hood and cab and a lowered, tapered-off roof. The side angle will reveal a lowered belt line and lots of glass for better visibility inside the cabin. Jeep has gone with a sort of floating roofline, as there is a window molding trim that will travel the entire length of the car that creates that look. There's also a gloss black roof standard on the Summit and optional on the Overland models. The rear end has LED taillights to match the front, and those help to visually distribute the rear proportions. And the rear fascia is new as well, with exhaust tips that are mounted in. It's hard to see, but there are vertical pillar spoilers to reduce drag, and the tailgate spoiler has a backup camera hidden inside. The power liftgate is hands-free and foot-activated. This Grand Cherokee is huge and wider than its predecessor thanks to a 36mm wider track, and also 21-inch wheels will be available for the first time ever on a Grand Cherokee if you do have the Summit Reserve package. So despite the awesome exterior improvements, the interior also shines, and this is truly one of the most luxurious and advanced cabins in the segment. Of course, it's the first time a Grand Cherokee has seating for 6 or 7, but we'll get into that soon. Designers said that they wanted to make a unique statement, and I think they've definitely achieved their goal. We can start with the most premium trim level, which would be the Summit. That package comes with hand-wrapped quilted Palermo leather, heated and ventilated front and second row seats, memory and massage for the front seats, and genuine open-pore waxed walnut wood with suede A-pillars and headliner. As for all the other models, they get a new center stack with either an 8.4-inch or 10.1-inch Uconnect 5 system, and also a 10.25-inch digital gauge cluster where the driver can see over 24 different menus. Things like adaptive cruise control, highway assist, night vision, and drowsy driver detection. The redesigned steering wheel gets a slimmer look with paddle shifters, and absolute oak wood or waxed walnut wood depending on the trim level. As for the seating, the options vary pretty greatly depending on the model chosen, but the best front row seats would be 16-way power adjustable with memory, massage, and lumbar support on the Summit. The seat back massage also has 5 customizable profiles with 3 levels of pressure intensity, and that's going to be standard on the Summit, so that's pretty crazy for a Jeep vehicle. The passenger visibility is also exceptional with best-in-class side window visibility, no matter which row you are in, due to the use of expansive glass, and Jeep can actually prove this, saying that the visibility is improved by 7% due to less side and rear pillar obstructions. Passengers get 4-zone automatic temperature control and a command view dual-pane sunroof with a power sunshade. Each model also gets some nice amenities as well, such as a new second-row console with storage and cup holders, wireless charging that can charge 2 devices at once, customizable LED ambient lighting, and 12 USB Type-A and C ports that are found throughout the vehicle. As for the sound system, FCA becomes the only automaker in the world to have a Macintosh audio sound system. Of course, this is reserved for the Overland and Summit only, but it does have a 17-channel amplifier with 19 speakers, a 10-inch subwoofer, and a max output of 950 watts. So now back to that third row, the Grand Cherokee L has a 121.7-inch wheelbase that gives the SUV tons of interior room and legroom. Every single feature is just well thought out and perfectly done. Second row seats tip and slide, there's an available power folding third row, second row bucket seats can be easily moved around to make more room, second row seats recline 18 degrees for more comfort, and both the rows can fold forward flat into the floor, creating 84.6 cubic feet of cargo space. This is also the first FCA vehicle with an electronic remote release that will automatically fold the second row flat, a feature again reserved for the Overland and Summit trims. Those trims can also program the liftgate to set it open at a certain degree, depending how tall you are and what you plan on hauling around. So everything's pretty sweet so far, but there is one downside, and I would say that would be the performance, because as of now the Grand Cherokee L has just two engine choices. The first is the 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 with 290 horsepower and 257 pound-feet of torque. The engine stop-start technology has been upgraded with a pressure reserve element that provides dedicated transmission fluid to certain parts for quick restarts. Towing capacity is a maximum of 6,200 pounds with this engine. The other choice is also familiar, the 5.7-liter Hemi V8 with 357 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque, and an increase to a 7,200 pound towing capacity. This V8 does have variable valve timing and fuel saver technology, which can deactivate 4 cylinders and boost fuel economy by 5 to 20%. Of course, this is a Jeep, so you'd expect some pretty good 4x4 capability. There are 3 4x4 systems, all with an active transfer case. I will post the Quadra Track 1 and Quadra Track 2 slides on screen with all of the most important details, but we can focus more on the Quadra Drive 2, which has a 2-speed transfer case and rear limited slip differential, instantly detecting any tire slipping and then redistributing the engine torque to those tires. There's also a new front axle disconnect, which puts the Grand Cherokee in 2-wheel drive in certain conditions to reduce drag and improve fuel economy, but the 4-wheel drive will automatically re-engage when it's necessary. There's also a class-exclusive Jeep Quadra-Lift air suspension with electronic adaptive damping, and that constantly adjusts the shocks for the current road conditions. The system operates automatically or manually if you prefer, with 5 different settings: normal ride height, off-road 1 and 2, park mode, and aero mode. Overall, it can add up to 4.17 inches of lift. But the capability doesn't end there, as there is a select terrain traction management system that will let customers choose the various settings for the best 4x4 performance in relation to the powertrain, braking, suspension, transmission, steering feel, and more. So there are going to be 5 available terrain modes: auto, sport, rock, snow, and mud/sand. This is also going to be the most advanced Grand Cherokee ever, with the new Uconnect 5 system that's 5 times faster than the previous one, an available rear seat camera system that gives a clear view of the second row and rear-facing children, and also some firsts for any Jeep vehicles, which include a fully digital rear-view mirror that displays real-time video from a camera, and a windshield heads-up display. This Jeep Grand Cherokee also offers more than 110 safety and security features. I'll try to display some on screen, but we have things like active driving assist, hands-free active driving assist, night vision camera, traffic sign recognition, and surround view camera. If you do want to read more on these features, make sure to just pause the video and I'll have some info up on the screen. Most of these are going to be paid add-ons, but the list of standard features is still impressive, as you can see on screen now as well. There's also so many other improvements that there just isn't enough time to list. Things like a 60% steel body, front axle bolted directly to the engine for less noise and vibration, electronic engine mounts, active noise cancellation, and electronic power steering, just to name a few. Mopar also offers over 75 factory parts and accessories for this Grand Cherokee L. So this vehicle really sounds like the real deal, with a nice design, luxurious interior, tons of technology, and proven engines. Jeep and FCA continue to raise the bar, and this is another example. The only questions left really are what the 2-row version will look like, and if the 3-row will ever get an SRT or Trackhawk version. These vehicles should be arriving by the second quarter of 2021. So that's all for today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed taking a very in-depth look at the new 3-row Jeep Grand Cherokee L. What do you guys think about it? Let me know down in the comment section below. I really love how it looks inside and out, and it definitely has been a long time coming. Make sure to like and subscribe for all your Mopar content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.